Hello. It's almost the end of April, almost May Day. It's about here. Nice little adjustment on the camera. So, yeah. First things first. Happy birthday, Stella. Yeah. Recently I finished watching season 4 of Nip Tuck. Season 4 has a few of my favorite episodes. It has the one introducing Rosie O'Donnell into the series. As you know, she'll go on and have mishaps and ways to bring her back. It's a really funny scene around. I don't want to give away, but if you want to fast forward through episode 5, season 4, episode 5, about 34 minutes in or so. Trust me, it's hilarious when I saw it back in the day. First run on FX, and I think you'll find it funny too. Also, the episode before that with the Colonel's wife and peanut butter. Let's put it that way. Yeah, that was hilarious also, and that is maybe around also that about the half-hour mark too. And there's another episode, the Christmas episode, where Sean's dressed as Santa and you just have to watch the episode. Hilarious. Just Google Nip Tuck Sean plays Santa or something like that. It's hilarious. But season 3 is my favorite because it has the whole detail of Carver, all that saga. But season 5 you have where they go off to LA. Then it's a whole thing with the new family, Sean's new family. For some odd reason, why did the ex-wife decide to go to LA? I can't remember that. I'm going to have to rewatch everything, of course, but when I get to season 5, oh yeah. I think she only did a few episodes, but I don't know. For some odd reason, when people move, the exes come with. I don't know. I don't know what's the deal with that. What's the deal with exes? So, speaking of exes, or X, scrolling. Excuse me. Boy, that was a Floridian slip. Scrolling on my social media. And, algorithm, how they are. A24 merchandise pops up. Okay. And Maxine, the movie Maxine that came out last year, it's now in a novel form. Which, not only it's Maxine, it's Pearl and X. So, you have the Ty West X trilogy in book form. Which is kind of nice because it's very, if you've seen the movies, it's very difficult to watch those movies when you're, at work. So, yeah. But I found them all on Amazon, and $58 total, plus I got another book I want to read. So, yeah, that's another book about the 1925 Pottsville Maroons and the whole NFL championship controversy. You can look it up at your leisure. All I have to say, I am in the camp of Pottsville won the 1925 World Championship. So there, suck it, Goodell. And last week, of course, watching Pluto. Love Pluto. Every 10 minutes, there's a commercial break. For some reason, when I was watching Bill and Ted Bogus Journey, they rewind it. If you've seen the movie, you know what scene I'm talking about. Where they head down the road when they just got back from the hardware store. They're down the road, and Station is making the good Bill and Ted, put them together. Then, first of all, they go run that scene up until the evil Bill and Ted are vanquished. Cut to commercial. Then suddenly, we have to go back 5 minutes. It's like, that really took me out. So, of course, I know how Bill and Ted Bogus Journey ends. I saw it in theaters. Today's day, the scene with the bunny is still creepy. Yeah. Speaking of bunnies, it is Easter weekend, so if you're ever in a mood where you just want to watch random Easter themed movies, there is probably Donnie Darko, but that has more October, but it has a bunny in it. Night of the Lupus, that's a good one. That's the one with Bones McCoy or Kelly, George T. Kelly, right? Boy, I really should know, since I'm a Star Trek geek. I should know. Forrest T. Kelly, that's it. It's the movie with giant rabbits attacking some New Mexico land. Cheesy, but it is one of those good bad movies from back in the day. And of course, 40 Days and 40 Nights, those who observe Lent. So you got that going for you too. Sorry, I was going yawn, but been up since 4:30 this morning. Every day I gotta get up at 4:30, every 4 or 4:30 every morning. It's 5 days a week. It does. After a while, it does get you tired. So, but I had to stay up for another 4 more hours. So, yeah. Anywho, speaking of, do you want to go there? When? Oh, 40 Days and 40 Nights. It's a movie about Lent. I'm not Catholic, however, I have tried to do some kind of Lent every year. And failed miserably. I guess Lent, it's about self-control and testing. A lot of people get up chocolate. Some people get up caffeine. Yada yada yada. But yeah, but 40 Days, 40 Nights, which one of those Miramax movies that came out early 2000s that it kind of got under the radar, but cult following. It's one of those movies you should watch on Pluto and Tubi. I actually did start watching another movie on Tubi the other night. Tim Delaney, the guy from Wings. It was my movie, Centerfold, and I started watching it, and it's a bad movie. Yeah, the movie really sucks. I turn off hardcore for that, which, if you know what the movie Hardcore is George C. Scott's not nothing that too filthy. Not yet, anyways. But Pluto and Tubi have a bunch of Stephen King movies. So, last week, watched one of my favorites, Dead Zone. Now, Dead Zone, it's kind of, it's not really an anthology, it's not really a straightforward movie, it's kind of something in between. So, yeah, it's kind of nice to watch it in sections, but still, it has this weird overall movie. So, I just had a thought of, here are some of my likes and dislikes Stephen King I can say it better. Adaptation, or my stupid tongue, or his works that were turned into a movie. I put in both the feature films and stuff made for TV stuff too. I'm doing this because it's two on my list are made for TV. So, first Stephen King movie I love, or project. Well, actually, one of my favorite of his works too. It's The Stand. Personally, I like the 1994. There we go. Take on The Stand, not the really bad Paramount takeoff, which I think they really could have done better with that. More close to the source material, but The Stand is one of my favorite cheesy Stephen King, not only books but adaptation. You know, adaptation. I was just gonna say it was made into a talkie, and yeah, and it's I got it on DVD, and there's like a 6-hour cut on somebody just posted on YouTube. It's what's great about that. It's not gory. It's not over the top like an actual movie. So I know there's some people who can't do that. So that's one of my favorites. One of the movie I don't like, Carrie. I'm talking about the original. It's Sissy Spacek. Don't like it. Don't care for it. No. Nope, don't like it, as Mr. Horse would say. Why I don't like it? It probably just because it's the 1970s. It's kind of mean in a way. But I think it's one of the first movies that have the villain comes back at the end, right before the credits. So, number 2 that I like, Tommyknockers. Once again, it's a made-for-TV movie, 2-parter. It was a 2 90-minute movie for ABC back 30 years ago. Effects doesn't hold up, but there is something just comfort me watching it. If you don't know what it is, it's about an alcoholic poet. Yeah, it's a poet. Really a lazy cheesy occupation for your hero. Anyways, there's the legend of the Tommyknocker, the local Native Americans saying the spirits in the woods, a small town. but turns out to be an alien ship. So, which it's a common theme in Stephen King's work. Apparently, it's aliens in the Northeast. So, yeah. Tracy Lords is actually in it as the postmaster. Which, alright. By the way, awesome effect with one of those old solar machines too. Once again, it's not a good, not a gory movie, but it's still enjoyable to watch. Number 2 that I don't like, The Graveyard Shift. This one came in recently in my life, part of a big bundle. Yeah, it's kind of lackluster, and sure, there's a closing of it. It's a big giant rat in this cotton factory, but it's kind of like, But I always seen the poster like in the movie store, but it had a great movie cover, but the actual movie kind of sucked. So yeah. Number 3 or an actual movie, Misery. It's probably one of the best works in Stephen King's adaptations. Finally, he gets to know the word. Yeah, it's one of those great movies to watch. Am I breaking ground? No, it's suspenseful. You're on the edge. I mean, James Caan. So yeah, Misery. Go and say, good movie. Number 3 I don't like, Riding the Bullet. Once again, this is part of a pack that came. Yeah, this. It's about a guy fear of a roller coaster. Guy in his 20s. He was 20. He's hitchhiking back home because his dad had a heart attack, and he's complaining, "Oh, I'm fear of this roller coaster." Wow, a roller coaster. I mean, granted, there's the always fear of it breaking apart or the hinges not secured tightly. But yeah, ooh, it's a roller coaster. Ooh, scary. But my next one, it's an Arnold movie, and it's a DeSouza movie too. Sam DeSouza movie, I believe. It's the guy's name. Let me get that real quick. I mean, it is actually a Richard Bachman title book. I actually started reading it before, and I have to say it's one of those things where the movie's a little bit better than the book. But truly, the adaptation of this next movie, Stephen E. DeSouza, he did Die Hard, he did 48 Hours, Commando, Die Hard 2, Judge Dredd, yeah. So, the movie, The Rain Man, I mean, it's literally one of those things, if you've grown up in the 90s, you saw on TBS right before wrestling, and it's entertaining as heck. It takes place in the dystopian year in 2017, where game show it's the big TV show. It was like predicting Survivor in a way. But yeah, incredible cast. Of course, Arnold, Jim Brown, Jesse Ventura. I know Vacations went off. Richard Dawson, I forgot. Richard Dawson. The man has had probably mono. Richard Dawson, the icon. Yeah. So, Running Man. Love it. Next one. Yeah, a lot of people love this movie. I don't. The Green Mile. Watched it once 20 years ago. Didn't like it. No. It's one of those movies that's just kind of okay. It's just boring. It's a boring movie. Oh, this guy has magical powers and bees comes out of his mouth. So does Candyman. But Candyman didn't have the IQ on like Mice and Men, Lenny. So yeah, Green Mile was a bore. But was not a bore? The Dead Zone. Dead Zone is kind of great because I think I said before. It's not an anthology movie, but it has a nice flow to it where you go off to these little scenes, these little sections of the movie of his special powers. So, and Christopher Walken, Tom Skerritt, right before something in between Alien and Top Gun. The great Tom Skerritt, as the sheriff. So, but you know what movie I don't like? It's a TV made for TV movie. Two-parter. It. It's not even a clown phobia thing. It's more. It's bad production. The writing's like it just takes on and on and gets somewhere. Get everybody together in this small town, but yeah, it's kind of boring, scary. I'm not going to admit. I'm talking about the 1991. I'm not going to see the new one that came out a few years ago, but yeah, I never got into it. Not my thing. Like I said, it's not clown phobia nonsense. It's really uninspired story. Also disgusting one too. So you know what? Go and change things up. My least favorite Stephen King movie, in no particular order, Stand By Me. Haven't seen it? No. Are you going to see it? Probably not. Do I need to really see it? Not really, because everybody else has parodied it. So there's a train. There's in search of a lifeless body. So Brody does the voiceover. So Stand By Me. How about no? However, drum roll please. Number 6. Christine. To be honest, you know what? Came in once again later in life. It's a Jar Copper movie. It's a Stephen King movie. It's kind of much like Dead Zone, where you have forces of horror connecting into making a movie. But instant when it comes up, it's in 1955. You got Bad to the Bone playing, and cars pulling itself back together after being destroyed. Cars taking revenge. And plus, the one character's relatable because he's kind of nerdy. And he grows out his nerdism. So yeah, Christine is one of my favorites. So, nice for a recap. The movies are adaptations I don't like of Stephen King. Carrie, Graveyard Shift, Riding the Bullet. The Green Mile, It, Stand By Me. And the adaptations I love, The Stand, which I really low on that list just because it's the ABC one and the Paramount one wasn't really that good, so that's why it's kind of low. Also, kind of love the Trash Can Man. Tommy Knockers, Misery, The Running Man. I think that should be number one because I've seen that the most. The Dead Zone and Christine. So, yeah. Oh, speaking of nerdyism, Neil deGrasse Tyson was on Jim Norton's talk show this week. Not necessarily a talk show, but advice show. He goes, the first time this image of the nerd, popular nerdyism, came smart. You know, kind of Big Bang. It was not Big Bang Theory, weirdly enough. Revenge of the Nerds. He points out that, hey, nerds are into girls. You think about Cordis too. And I guess this is his words, when Jock saw that, he goes, oh, I need this nerd to help me with my computer lessons and all this stuff. And, you know, I guess it makes sense because it's a 40-year evolution, and people see nerds as sexy, which, okay, then why I'm still single. As a, you know, I'm a nerdy guy, I'm a dork, but okay, Neil, why, you're a smart guy, look the big brains on Neil, you know, why am I like, Friday night talking to a camera by myself, and not knee deep. Upon that, nerd. So, by the way, same episode, he lets Leonard Skinner in his favorite one, his favorite song. And he has a really great story about playing in Atlanta at the same stage as Leonard Skinner, same there. Kind of cool. Good episode. Go and find it. So, gonna wrap this up. I've been doing this for a half hour. A football game on. I guess I was playing. I just made this video pretty for Stella. Happy birthday, my girl.